If you're looking to move to Northeast Florida and you're stuck between St. Augustine and Palm Coast, this video is going to save you time, confusion, and second guessing. Because if you're anything like most of the families I work with, you're not just looking for a house, but a certain life, with a certain pace, vibe, and a place where your kids can grow up with space, sunshine, and Saturday mornings at the beach. I'm Josh Rogers. My family and I live right here in St. Johns County, and I help families from all over the country make the move and find their perfect home right here in St. Johns County and St. Augustine. So if St. Augustine is on your short list and you're trying to decide if it's the right fit, shoot me a text. I'd be glad to walk you through it. Now let's break it all down. Let's start with what life feels like in each place, because the overall vibe can be a huge deciding factor. Palm Coast has more of a laid-back, quiet residential pace. It's pretty spread out, and while it's growing, it still feels like a hidden pocket of Florida. So if you're someone who prefers a slower rhythm, less crowds, more space, fewer events, Palm Coast might check a lot of boxes for you. But St. Augustine, on the other hand, has more energy. I wouldn't say it's overwhelming, but it feels alive, and I can tell you for a fact, there's always something going on between the historic downtown, the beach communities, and all the events happening every weekend. It's a mix of old charm and new energy, and a lot of people love that balance. So if you're looking for more activity, more walkability, more community events, St. Augustine may feel like a better fit. If you also want peace of mind knowing excellent healthcare is close by, this one's a big deal. In St. Augustine, you've got a solid healthcare foundation that continues to grow with the population. Flagler Health Plus has multiple campuses and offers everything from family medicine to women's health, orthopedics, and pediatric services. They've also partnered with UF Health and Baptist Health, giving you access to a wide network of specialists. But here's where it really shines. St. Johns County is only about 40 minutes from Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville, which is ranked as one of the top hospitals in the nation. And so if you're someone who wants top-tier healthcare options, that's a major perk. In Palm Coast, healthcare has also stepped up in a big way. Advent Health Palm Coast opened a brand new hospital in 2023, which means you now have 2 full-service hospitals in the area and includes emergency services, surgical centers, and a growing number of outpatient facilities and specialists. It's great day-to-day coverage for general care, but if you're in need of high-level specialists or procedures, you'll likely still need to travel to Daytona Beach or Jacksonville, which can mean a longer drive depending on where you are. That means St. Augustine offers more proximity and variety. But for families in Palm Coast, the healthcare landscape is improving quickly and more than meets most everyday needs. Let's talk about beaches because it's Florida and you're probably picturing sand between your toes more days than not. Palm Coast beaches, especially around Flagler Beach, are more low-key, uncrowded, and feel a bit more untouched. There are no high-rises, no major boardwalks, just salty air, local shops, and a stretch of coastline that feels peaceful and natural. It's the kind of place where you bring your own chairs, maybe a cooler, and just settle in without the noise of tourists. So if you love a quiet beach morning with coffee and a book, this might feel like heaven. St. Augustine's beaches, on the other hand, are a little more built out. You've got St. Augustine Beach, Villano Beach, and Crescent Beach, all just a few minutes from town. There's more activities with restaurants, surf shops, volleyball courts, lifeguards, playgrounds, and free parking in some spots. St. Johns County does a good job maintaining them, and families love the convenience of grabbing lunch or rinsing off at a beachfront park. It's easy to turn a beach day into a full day outing, so if your family is all about community-centered beaches with amenities and energy, St. Augustine gives you that easy breezy access. If you're nodding along and thinking, yeah, this sounds like the kind of lifestyle we want, I'd love to invite you to join my private Facebook group called Moving to St. Johns County. It's where relocating families connect, ask questions, share tips, and get the real-time scoop on what it's like to live here. I'll drop the link below in the description box so you can join us after the video. Now let's talk schools, because for many of you, that's the deal breaker or deal maker. St. Johns County, home to St. Augustine, consistently ranks among the top performing school districts in Florida. In 2024, it was ranked second in the state, earning an A grade from the Florida Department of Education. The district is known for strong academics, high test scores, and active parent involvement, and it offers a variety of programs, including advanced placement, international baccalaureate, and gifted education, providing students with ample opportunities to excel. On the other hand, Flagler County, which includes Palm Coast, has made significant strides in recent years, and in 2024, the district earned a B grade, with all schools achieving either an A or B rating for the first time in 9 years. While it may not yet match the academic performance of St. Johns County, Flagler County offers solid educational programs and continues to show improvement, and the district provides advanced placement, international baccalaureate, and gifted programs catering to a range of student needs. Bottom line is, if top-tier education is a priority in your move, St. Johns County stands out with its consistent high rankings and comprehensive programs. However, Flagler County is a strong contender, especially for families seeking a community that's on the rise and committed to educational growth. Now to yard space, because this one surprises people. You'd think Palm Coast, being more rural, would have the edge here, and it kind of does. Most lots are around 80 by 125 feet, and they're pretty standard across the board. So you get consistency, and often a bit more elbow room between homes. But in St. Augustine, it really depends on where you land. Some master-planned communities have smaller lots because they pack in the amenities. Others, especially west of US 1, offer bigger yards, preserve views, and even multi-acre home sites if you head far enough out. So if your dream is to have a fenced yard, a pool, or even room for a garden or playset, both areas can offer that. It just comes down to what kind of setting you want wrapped around it. And that begs the question, which one is right for you? It all comes down to your taste and preference. Palm Coast gives you peaceful living, natural beauty, and a slower pace that's perfect if you're craving space, simplicity, and easy beach access without the crowds. St. Augustine, on the other hand, offers a more vibrant, community-driven lifestyle with top-rated schools, tons of family activities, walkable areas, and proximity to Jacksonville, all wrapped in history and coastal charm. If you're considering a move to this part of Florida and want some honest guidance on which area fits your life best, shoot me a text. I'd be happy to walk through your options and help you connect the dots before you make a big decision. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.